All right, I've been waiting to come to this place for so many weeks, and we're finally here at the new Kekainani, which is a premier neighborhood down in Ewa Beach on the ocean practically by Oneʻula Beach. And it's all in the Hawaiʻi neighborhood. So we know this neighborhood in Ocean Point as being one of the most premier neighborhoods with golf courses galore, restaurants, you name it, really good commute to most of the island. But here is something special. We've got 32 luxury homes. And let me tell you, when I say luxury, I mean luxury. From the moment you drive up, you see these exterior finishes are not like other neighborhoods. When you open the door, immediately everything's just bigger and better. And I'm gonna take you through all 3 different models. So if you're just watching this first video, there's gonna be 2 more for you to follow up on. And I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about these homes and how to prepare to make one your own. So let's dive in. All right, so what do you need to know specifically about this strip of homes? If we show you the map, we really are on the road directly by the beach park. So you get unobstructed views of the ocean. And while you're not technically oceanfront, you've got the ocean view, right? No one is gonna be obstructing you. There's gonna be no future development right here. It's just beach access. You can just walk down the street to get there. And then Wai Kai, right? It's the place that actually not a lot of people know about. And it's kind of the West Side's well-kept secret. But it's the biggest lagoon that we have on the island and the biggest wave pool, man-made wave pool and surfing pool that we have. So you can watch surfing competitions over there. They have, I think a couple times a week, they do like a luau show on the water, which is a really cool experience. And I just heard from the sales office that a brand new restaurant just opened there as well called Side Street Inn just 2 weeks ago. So there's so much to do really, really close to these homes that you don't have to drive far away to get a great nightlife experience. So I love that part of it. We've also got golf courses galore. You've got shopping, you name it. Again, it's just a different kind of living that's much slower than the rest of the island where you can really enjoy home to its fullest capacity. So talking about these homes, what do we need to know? Well, we know that they've just gotten started this year in 2025. And so right now, I think they have 5 available, ready to reserve today. First come, first serve. If someone comes in and takes it and you wanted it, you snooze, you lose. You really have to come in and put that deposit down to call it your own. But we are anticipating future releases very soon because it's been a couple months since they last released them. So as you're watching this video, just keep in mind, this is a 2 to 3 year long project. So if you're watching this even Q1, Q2 of 2026, you didn't miss out. There's still going to be opportunity for you to call one of these your own. And so I just want you guys to realize like timelines, expectations, what are some of the features you can expect in these homes to really get a good understanding in these next couple of minutes on this tour. So one of the things to know is HOA, right? Yes, you are part of a community in Hawaiʻi. It's going to be $299 a month for your HOA. That gets you access to all of the cool neighborhood things right behind us. That includes pool, community center. I believe there's a small home gym in there. And you've got those party spaces, tennis courts, like all of that that's in the Hawaiʻi neighborhood. You get access to that for just $300 a month. So that is a huge win there. The other thing is project timeline. So let's say we decide to reserve on a home this month. When can you move in? Is it going to be next month? Nope, we're looking at dirt lots. So what happens is when you reserve the home, it's about 6 to 9 months from that you can actually move in. And I want to kind of give you guys all these numbers up front so that you're prepared to kind of like chew on this and think of it as you enjoy this model tour. But let's say you're ready to reserve a home and you're like, okay, Marina, I like this, what I'm hearing. 6 to 9 months, that's fine. That's totally cool. They do require you to do initial pre-approval with Central Pacific Bank. That's their preferred lender partner. But after you go through that process, you submit your deposit, you do have the right to shop the open market for any lender that you want. So if you want to go with a mortgage broker or your favorite bank that's local, you can do that too. And then after you do that, just realizing that you have a $50,000 initial deposit, that puts your name down, you're good to go. And then after a 30-day review period, an additional $50,000 deposit is due as well. So then you've got $100,000 in this escrow account waiting until we close. So what can you do with that money? Well, it's a really good idea to either put that towards your down payment, your choice, or as you might be tempted as we tour these homes, to put that money towards upgrades because they have decked them out to the nines with window coverings, tile treatments, flooring upgrades, you name it. And so it might be a really good idea to tuck that away for some upgrades as well. Now, one thing I want to mention before we move on past lending and everything is just realizing that if you do end up working with Central Pacific, they're offering you a $10,000 closing cost credit to be applied towards your closing costs, which is a great offer. And they have an extended lock-in program. So whatever rate you end up locking in at, they can do that without additional fees and holding it for too long. So another good perk. How much is this going to cost you, right? How much money do we need to set aside or prepare to spend? Well, the homes that are available today range from 2.5 million up to 3.4 million. keep in mind, and I wanna say this with a big asterisk, this is your base price, because again, you're gonna be very tempted to add some upgrades to your home. So just realizing we're probably realistically talking about $3 million, and then each release might incrementally increase their pricing as time goes on as well. So 2025 pricing might be different than 2027, and just having some realistic expectations. But the rumor on the street that I've heard from other agents is that these homes could sell up to $4 to $5 million in the future. So if you're able to get in the beginning, you're gonna get that savings and that instant equity as your neighbors start to build and develop and move in next door. So one thing to keep in mind. Now let's kind of jump into these homes specifically, right? So just from the street curb appeal, automatically I'm noticing, wow, they've done some really great upgrades and changes to the exterior than we've seen in other neighborhoods on island. So we've got things like lava rock stone treatments. We've got really cool, just a good paint palette that's really relaxing and just has that sense of luxury compared to other neighborhoods in the area. And then just size alone. So the fact that these homes are, 4,000 square feet, I think there was one, the next one we're gonna go see is almost 6,000 square feet of total living space. Like that is so unheard of and hard to find on the island. That's what you're buying into here. You're getting this feeling of having extra room. You're not all on top of each other like a lot of our homes in Hawaii are. You actually have space to enjoy. And the way that they've designed these outdoor spaces, it really is like an indoor-outdoor living lifestyle, which I really enjoy on these ones. All right, so let's dive into the home that we're standing in today. For this video is gonna be all about the Naupaka model. And if you notice, the models are named after Hawaiian flowers, which I love. So Naupaka is a famous beach flower. It's a shrub, but this one is gonna be the biggest and maybe the best model. You decide for me. But this one is gonna be 4,100 plus square feet. It has 5 bedrooms and get this, 5.5 bathrooms. So every single bedroom has its own ensuite bath, which is incredible. You also have a 2-car garage and an additional 1-car garage. So 3 total car garage plus your driveway space. So plenty of parking options. And really you're gonna notice that all throughout this home, it's just the way that they've expanded these living spaces. We've got multiple dining rooms, multiple living room situations. Upstairs, there's hangout room in the bedroom. Like who needs a retreat in their bedroom? I do. The master closet is the size of a bedroom itself. It's probably a 10 by 10 in there. And so you're just gonna really see how this home model stands out from other neighborhoods on the island. And I wanna hear your feedback. So drop it in the comments below, hit that share button with someone who should see this. And I wanna hear what you guys think of it too. So let's dive into the video. right, so this wraps up this tour of the Naupaka model at Kekainani. And it's a really good one, again, just to experience the type of living you can have here. If you want to learn more and you're ready to take the next steps, I can't help you unless I know that you exist. So it's really important that you reach out to me. We'll drop my email address below just so that you have my contact. And I want to be able to help you explore all the options, the financing. I can give you the ins and outs of new construction and just setting realistic expectations, especially if you're planning a move to the islands and you're not from here. Or if you're local and you're wanting to sell so that you can buy, we can explore those options too, okay? So I hope you enjoy this video and I will see you guys next Friday with another one. Catch you later.